For 2 years, you paid one flat fee and used as much AI as you wanted. $20 a month, unlimited. Then, almost overnight, the meter switched on. Bills jumped 10, 20, even 100 times. Developers call it the Tokenpocalypse. This is the story of how the unlimited AI plan died, who flipped the switch, and the uncomfortable catch almost nobody wants to say out loud. It started on June 1, 2026. GitHub Copilot, the most popular AI coding tool on the planet, quietly retired its flat monthly plans. In their place, token-based billing. You now pay for every word the model reads and every word it writes, priced as GitHub AI credits at about a cent each. Basic autocomplete stayed free. But chat, agents, and code review? All of it, now on the meter. And for heavy users, the jump was brutal. Bills that used to be $29 a month came back at $750. Some power users reported figures near $3,000. Same code, same work, roughly 25 times the cost. Within days, hundreds of developers were posting cancellations in GitHub's own community forums. One headline summed up the mood in 2 words: what a joke. So why now? Because the product changed underneath the pricing. The old flat plans were designed for autocomplete, a few suggestions as you typed. But 2026 is the year of agents, AI that plans, edits whole files, runs tests, and loops for hours without you. An agent doesn't sip tokens. It floods them. And a pricing model built for sips simply could not survive a fire hose. Goldman Sachs put a number on it: AI agents could increase token demand by as much as 24 times. That is not a price tweak, that is a different business. Companies felt it instantly. Uber reportedly burned through its entire 2026 AI coding budget by April. And the providers, who had been eating those costs to win you over, finally decided to stop. And here's the thing about Copilot going first: it gave everyone else permission. Once the biggest player proved you could meter usage and survive a backlash, the dominoes started to fall. Within 2 weeks, the entire industry was rewriting its pricing, quietly, and almost in lockstep. Look at the timeline. June 1st, Copilot flips to tokens. June 15th, just 2 days ago, Anthropic splits Claude in 2, the chat you type stays on your plan, but anything autonomous, any agent, moves to a separate credit pool billed at full API rates, with no rollover. Google capped its ultra tiers. Cursor is reportedly moving to usage pricing next. One after another, the meter spread. And if you think this is only a problem for indie developers, look at who else got hit. Uber, one of the most sophisticated engineering orgs in the world, blew its AI budget months early. Microsoft revoked Claude code licenses from its own developers after the cost spiked. One company saw a routine Cursor renewal come back 4 to 5 times more expensive. When the giants can't absorb the bill, you can guess who ends up holding it. Now, before you rage cancel every subscription you own, here is the catch, the part that's harder to be angry about once you see it. That flat $20 unlimited plan? It was never the real price. It was a land grab. Venture money, subsidizing your usage to buy market share, betting they could raise prices later. Later just arrived. Put the two side by side. On the left, what you paid, $20 flat, unlimited, so cheap you never thought twice about firing off another agent. On the right, what it actually cost, agents that burn 10 to 100 times the tokens of a chat, running on expensive GPUs with a very real power bill. The gap between those two columns was the loss someone else was quietly absorbing. The meter didn't create that cost. It just finally showed it to you. None of that makes the new bills feel good. The anger is real, and it's fair. People built their workflows, even their businesses, on a price that turned out to be a promotion. But the honest read is that both things are true at once. The pricing was unsustainable, and the way it changed felt like a bait and switch. So what do you actually do about it? 3 moves. 1. Bring your own API key, so you pay the real, transparent cost instead of a markup. 2. Route your work, send the boring, high-volume tasks to cheap models, and save the expensive frontier models for the hard problems. And 3. The option the whole industry is suddenly paying attention to, open-weight models you can run yourself, where there is no meter at all. We did a whole video on whether those open models are finally good enough. It's linked for you. Here's the honest takeaway. The era of unlimited AI for $20 is over, and it isn't coming back. That stings. But a market where you can actually see what compute costs and choose how to spend it might end up healthier than one built on a subsidy that was always going to expire. The free lunch is over. The menu just got honest. So I'll put it to you. Is this a fair correction, the true cost of AI finally showing up on your bill? Or is it the greediest cash grab in tech, dressed up as math? Drop your verdict in the comments. I'm the Shipyard, and I read the pricing pages so you don't have to. Subscribe for no-hype AI news for developers, and I'll see you in the next one.